Halloween Ends is about Corey Cunningham babysitting a young boy at the beginning of this movie. He unaccidentally kills the young boy. Half of Haddonfield thinks that this guy is a murderer and a monster, and on this side we have Laurie Strode and her granddaughter Allyson living together, trying to live the best normal life they can 4 years after the events of the previous two movies. Hey everybody, how you doing out there? So I am on the very final Halloween movie, and now I can finally cross it off of my list before I get to the ranking video, that I got all of these individual movies reviewed. I got the big three pretty much almost wrapped up here together, which is great, with Michael, Jason, and Freddy. And maybe someday I will combine all, 33 of these movies so far, unless we get any newer ones before I do it, and then just rank them all and stack them up against each other and see what actually happens. I don't really have anything to really say much, except this is my second time watching this movie. The first time I really was disappointed with it. Has that changed? Well, let's get right to the likes. Well, the first thing I want to talk about, and I just mentioned this in the intro, is that the young boy who dies, there was an interesting stunt on there. It was messed up. I really enjoyed what they did. I liked all the different camera angles. The first 10 minutes or 12 minutes of this movie with Corey and this young kid while he was still alive, I thought that was all directed very well. I enjoyed a lot of the different camera shots that they actually did in this house while the parents were out at a Halloween party. I like the beginning credits, once again, with the pumpkin. And what they do in this, once again, is very unique. One thing I will definitely give this new trilogy that I think will always be pretty good for me is these beginning credits with the pumpkin, or even in Halloween Kills, it was pumpkins and what they did. And what they do with this one here, I thought was another unique thing, so kudos on that. The Halloween theme song, once again, I thought was really good. Really enjoyed that. We're probably about 95% of this entire franchise. I really did like the theme song here. And then the final like is going to be, there are moments of humor in here that really made me laugh, so I will give credit throughout this like hour 50-minute movie. And moving on to the dislikes, well, the first thing I got to talk about is got to be the story. I hated this story. I did not give a damn of what was going on in this storyline here, because I mean the direction they decided to go completely different than Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. And I get it that this movie's supposed to take place 4 years after both of those two movies, and I just don't give a flying fuck what they were actually trying to do in this here. Did not give one care about the direction, about the screenplay, on what they were doing, especially when it came once again to horrible dialogue. That's one thing I will definitely say, is that this dialogue, I felt like that each one gets worse and worse. Even in Halloween 2018, I wasn't a big fan of it, but kind of looking at this trilogy now, yes, it's like that was kind of the best. Kills was less, and this was probably got to be the worst when it came to that. And one of the biggest things was there were 4 writers on this here. I could see up to maybe 2 at the most, especially if the second writer might just be tweaking the script a little bit, but enough to actually get credit for that there. But when you got 4 writers, that's 4 or technically 8 different hands in all these different pots going on when it comes to screenplay writing, and I felt like that anybody except a little bit of the humor, whoever did those particular ones I give credit to, but the rest of the dialogue I thought was really, really bad. When it came to every single character, I didn't give a damn about any of them. I was not interested in any of them. There was nobody to root for. There was no one to cheer for. You go with Jamie Lee Curtis coming back as Laurie Strode. Okay, she is supposed to be, again, the face of this franchise for most of this here, and she's supposed to be the main character in all 3 of them there. Well, I mentioned in Halloween Kills that she was more sidelined. It's the same in this, and I actually think it's worse in this, believe it or not. And she's not even in the hospital in this one. I mean, she's doing other stuff, but it just still feels like this is not the Laurie Strode movie trilogy that we were expecting, so they just keep pushing her more to the side, which I thought really sucked. And I thought she was very boring and nothing very interesting that she was doing. There was a whole lot of times that she wasn't doing anything and just sitting there or standing there, and that was it. You know, you get Allyson, the granddaughter, who I thought was really good in the 2018 version, and I thought Halloween Kills, that she was, you know, part of the angry mob. She was at least somewhat okay. I kind of liked sort of the end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3, something kind of goes on with her and Michael Myers. But when it came to this one, she was always pretty much scared or pissed off, or she was very, very weak in this movie here, where I thought she was strong in the first one and somewhat strong in Halloween Kills. And in this one, I'm like, wow, you really dumbed that character down. As I just mentioned, scared, she's so scared and so weak about everything about life. You got Corey Cunningham. He is the face of this particular movie here. He's our main character. First off, I don't like the actor. I don't think his acting is really that good. And he could not carry a whole movie on his shoulders. I didn't care what was going on with this guy. I didn't feel bad for him. Even when he was being bullied, a group of bullies, even his own parents, which kind of sucks on that there. So honestly, I don't feel bad for this guy, and for the most part, he's a whiny bitch. So it's like, why? You got Michael Myers, once again, played by James Jude Courtney. I felt bad for him. He did well in the first two as Michael Myers, and he had almost absolutely nothing to do for like almost over an hour. He hardly had anything to actually do. And again, the direction that they went with Michael Myers, I was like, wow, that's what you decided to do? You guys suck. There could have been one person that could have said, this movie, first off, makes no sense. Why would you go this direction? People are not going to go that way. You're just looking to piss off people. And for people out there who are probably bigger Michael Myers fans than I am, you're giving the middle finger to those fans, let alone someone like me as a casual fan. What the hell were you thinking? I'm sure you probably regret it now, but you didn't regret it when you filmed this movie like 2 or 3 years ago. When it came to the kills, I was not impressed one bit. I thought they were all very stupid. I thought they were very weak in this. There was like one good one, but you had to take a while to actually get to that one there. I thought that was actually a pretty messed up kill there. I will give it credit there, but it probably takes like, I don't know, hour 15, hour 20 minutes till you actually get to that one. When it came to the gore, it was so freaking tamed in this one. With the two previous movies, that was a gore fest. But when it came to this one, I think a lot of people will look at this, especially if you are a gore hound, and you're going to be like, yeah, I agree with you, John. This was very tame. Why they do it that way, who the hell knows, actually. And then the final dislike has got to be Act 3, where you got Michael and Laurie finally facing off. You're marketing that this is what it's going to be about, and unfortunately, I did not care. Just like the kills, I wasn't impressed. I was more bored with what was going on. I didn't think there was any suspense that was going on. Halloween Ends, I'm going to go a half a star out of 4. Have you seen this movie? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give me a comment down below. We shall discuss it. So thank you guys so much for watching another movie review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.